Move it, troopers! On the double! Fire!
Hello there, this is Todd from the Scoundrels Cantina, and welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be going over how powerful Supreme Leader Snoke really is, which will include the complete analysis of his powers, abilities, and other skills. By the way, everything here is officially canon, which is rather rare for our channel. Our negative opinion of the sequel trilogy still stands, even though we're making a video about something from it, and you'll see why soon enough. So anyway, let's do it. Since we believe the sequel trilogy to be absolutely horrible and directionless, we thought that maybe if we use our imagination regarding the only thing that excited us in the slightest for The Last Jedi, which is Snoke, we might look at him as actually being wise and powerful. This is why we'll pretend here that he wasn't killed by Kylo Ren, but was in fact fooling both him and Rey with a very lifelike force projection. We believe that this changes a lot regarding his character. Now, most of Supreme Leader Snoke's force powers were done with little to no effort on his behalf, sometimes showing the barest minimum of gestures. His telekinesis skills are completely mastered to the fullest, as he manipulates anything and anyone he desires to without absolutely any effort whatsoever. He could also telekinetically overpower other force users' force powers while they were using them, and basically played with them, as seen with raw-powered unstoppable Mary Sue, who was manipulated by him with ease. Now that's actually saying a lot about his power, since it's all-powerful Rey. Snoke's telekinesis skills are only comparable to that of Darth Sidious, which means that the two of them are the most powerful and most skilled practitioners of it. Just like Darth Sidious, Supreme Leader Snoke was able to use telekinesis on individuals who were across the galaxy, such as when he humiliated General Hux while being light years away. His Force Lightning was most likely the most powerful we've ever seen, since he perfected it to that degree that he could fire it down a metal surface and let it ricochet into the intended target, which was never done by anyone as far as we know. Snoke was extremely proficient at telepathy, being able to extract information from other individuals to the last detail, as we see him completely go through Rey's mind and finding out where Luke is. His telepathy also included torture of the mind while extracting information. The Supreme Leader of the First Order had the extremely rare ability to bridge the minds of two Force-sensitive individuals. He connected Rey and Kylo Ren like this as if it was child's play, even though the two were separated from each other by millions of light years. While Emperor Palpatine ruled the Empire, he felt a great darkness calling to him from the unknown regions, and believed that the ancient knowledge resided there. Ships that traveled there either never returned or returned devoid of all life, as it was one of the most dangerous places in the galaxy. Snoke was known to have acquired that ancient dark side power, which made him one of the most powerful Force users in history. He has spent decades, if not centuries, in the unknown regions studying and mastering it, and was known to have been called the Dark End of the Force. Since he saw the rise and fall of the Empire, he has been around for a long time, and by our best guess, we would say that he's at least a couple hundred years old, or possibly much more, thus giving him time to master the dark side. Snoke had a gold ring which featured an obsidian piece taken from Darth Vader's castle in Mustafar, which also might have something to do with enhancing his power. All the abilities that his apprentice Kylo Ren had been trained in were most likely taught to him by Snoke, which means that he knew them as well. That would include freezing blaster bolts for individuals with the Force, such as Kylo Ren did to Poe Dameron and a number of other individuals. Kylo Ren's superb skill in lightsaber combat earned him the name Jedi Killer, which was either taught to him by Luke Skywalker or by Snoke himself. It was most likely Snoke, since he fought very aggressively, sort of like the Sith warriors from the Old Republic era in the expanded universe. If Snoke was the one that taught him this, it would mean that he was a skilled lightsaber duelist when he was younger, before his body was completely scarred. It is implied that Snoke has defeated countless enemies over the years who sought to bring him down. It appears that Snoke doesn't use any weapon anymore apart from the dark side of the Force itself, similarly to Darth Sidious during his reign as Emperor. He most likely believes that he's too powerful for a lightsaber, just like Palpatine did. Snoke's scarred and atrophied body was probably his only weakness, which is why he was heavily guarded by his Praetorian guards, who were the most elite warriors of the First Order. They were so elite that when fighting, they liked to look cool and swing their weapons in pointless circles, as well as make them disappear at once if the plot requires it to. Well, anyway, Snoke was a master at manipulation of both his enemies as well as his allies, which served as one of his greatest weapons in gaining control of the Imperial Remnant and turning it into the First Order. He had endless resources and a huge military force in order to take control of the galaxy. His downfall would come at the hands of Kylo Ren because his senses failed him at reading Ren's mind. We like to think that he actually knew that he would try and kill him, and that his whole appearance was an incredibly powerful and realistic Force illusion. Anyway, now that we've said everything about Snoke's powers here, he sounds powerful to us and kind of exciting if we were to see him again. Now, as you guys know, we don't consider anything as canon for ourselves in our headcanon from this video topic, because we believe that Return of the Jedi should have been the happy ending of the Star Wars story, because it simply feels right to us. The sequel trilogy has been awful to us, but at least with this video, we try to make something off of the one thing that we thought to have had potential, which was Snoke. So even though Snoke would basically be the most powerful Force user ever by the official canon, as far as we're concerned, Darth Sidious, the Sith Emperor Vitiate aka Valkorion, the Ones, Darth Revan the Prodigal Knight, and the Chosen One aka Anakin Skywalker are the most powerful beings in the galaxy. Thank you guys for watching the video, even though it's not something we usually do, and if you by any chance like our content, check out our second lore channel at Crossroads Inn, where we do all sorts of things that we love. Anyway, remember guys, God is awesome, and may the Force be with you always. You rebel scum.
This party's over.